Hello, it's Jacob here, coming to promote the upcoming comedy show, the Mad Scientist comedy show at the Dallas Comedy Club, February 19th, Saturday night, 11 p.m. You may know this was a show that was originally scheduled for February 5th, and well, it's gotten us into a little bit of hot water with the mad scientist. I always assumed that this mad scientist was just an idea or concept, to as a package, or a way of letting people know that they were going to be enjoying experimental comedy. I didn't realize that mad scientist is a real force for evil in this world, flesh and blood wickedness. So the way I found out, I was on a Zoom meeting with Wes, and we're talking about the show, and he got a call, and it clearly alarmed him. Wes was not able to screen the call, had to pick it up. That's how forceful the mad scientist is. You can't escape him. If you were to try to screen his calls, he would find out, and it would be worse for you for trying. It's not something that you would want to consider for half a second, and then after you've made that mistake once and faced your punishment, you would never make that mistake again. So the mad scientist was very upset that his timetable had been pushed back from the 5th to the 19th, and Wes was clearly in some hot water in this situation. He tried to be diplomatic and say that it was an act of God that was beyond his own hands, and that was perhaps the worst thing that could be said. Just for the sake of accuracy, I made a point of, I had my notepad handy. I always have not my notepad, but my joke writing notebook, sketchbook. So I was able to make notes of what was said, and I'm going to read them to you. So the mad scientist says, "Do you forget that if it were not for me being the closest thing to God, I would be an atheist?" He said, I spit on your God, you lapsed Methodist." He says, "Know your theology. Your Methodist God is like the lies a single mother tells her children about their absentee father to make them believe that they are loved. Even if he had the power to care, he chooses not to. Man's subjugation to the weather is no proof of an active God. It is proof that man is weak and must be ruled by a master who possesses a superior mind and the correct eugenic philosophy." That you could probably infer what happened next by the mad scientist's next statement. He says, "Stop crying. You amuse me, Wes Corwin. That is why I've selected you to host my show. Do not let me down again." So I don't know, the full extent of the difficulty that Wes has gotten himself into. I know that he wouldn't have gotten me into this situation if he had any way out of this. But don't know what the long-term solution is. But in the short term, I think we need to satisfy the demands of the mad scientist and sell out this show this Saturday, February 19th. 2021, oops, 2022, good grief, somebody was eager to see this show and saw this video and thought, oh, that was last year. I could have been a couple of butts in the seats that I could have, you never know. Folks, we got to get people out to this show. I don't know what hangs in the balance here, but we need you. Thank you.